This human trafficking survivor is a registered sex offender. Here's why.
A lot of times people come up and ask me, was I kidnapped or snatched up and thrown into a van? Yes, that can happen, but it's not that simple. There's something called grooming.
Kiana Marshall is a victim of both sex and labor trafficking. In 2009, one of her traffickers was indicted, and Marshall was charged as a co-conspirator. In addition to serving more than 2 years in prison, Marshall had to register as a sex offender. According to the Anti-Trafficking Review, this isn't uncommon. Since victims are frequently forced to participate in their traffickers' wrongdoings, they are often prosecuted alongside their traffickers. And using sex offender registries to further marginalize vulnerable individuals isn't a new practice, the journal notes.
I couldn't choose what I would do for my abuser. If he wants you to do this and do that, you're gonna do this and do that, or you're gonna get your teeth kicked in. He's threatened my life. He's had guns. So somebody like that tells me to go pay the phone bills and to get the cars fixed and to put ads up for the ladies' grocery shop. All those things fall under the guidelines of conspiracy. I wasn't recruiting girls and collecting money and arranging dates. I took pictures and posted ads. I paid rent in the home, things like that.
Despite being victims themselves, trafficking survivors who are forced to register as sex offenders often face difficulties finding jobs and housing and are often under strict surveillance.
I have 2 felonies on my record, and I can hardly find gainful employment and respect and safety in my community. As I'm on a sex offender registry, and people can look me up and may not find all of the media explaining my story. And I feel like I was not protected, and that the government is essentially turned into my trafficker by trafficking me through the criminal justice system for being exploited because I wasn't the type of victim that they wanted to save. Here I am, a young woman of color with substance abuse issues, and that isn't the type of victim that they wanted to push advocacy for.
However, some lawmakers are trying to change that. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand introduced the Trafficking Survivors Relief Act in Congress, pushing to vacate convictions and expunge arrests for alleged nonviolent offenses by trafficking survivors.
I think that bill is awesome, and I do support it. However, for women like myself and some other types of scenarios, my abuser trafficked women under the age of 18. So since there are minors in my conspiracy, I am actually ineligible for the new federal vacatur proposal. I support justice for anybody who's been exploited and criminalized. And just because it doesn't include me doesn't mean that I shouldn't be at the forefront of support for other women. Of course, it breaks my heart that I still have to sit in this position. But if somebody else can get the justice they deserve, then I'm all for it.